Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today we need to talk about some of the new Cobramode models that came out because they're nothing but Tengu. And if you've watched this channel, you've seen I've descended into some sort of madness of samurai and Japanese themed models lately, so what better to harass all of my samurai than a bunch of Tengu themselves? And you'll see they have the nice traditional long nose and the horns. They don't have much in the way of feathers or wings, but you know what? We'll take it for what we got. This is one of the older models, and I want to say he's actually a throwback model that was included with the original release, but if you're watching this sometime after it's been posted, well, he's available too, and one of the nice things about backing a lot of those various Patreons, especially Cobramodes, is they often have these models with a discount later on, so if you see something you like, you are more than welcome to pick it up later on. So that is either, what was his name, either Buzembo or Giacobo. And one of the things I've always loved about the Cobramode models is they all have a very similar pattern to how the models are named. Let's show off some of the new stuff. Here we have Zenkibo. And I do need to clean a little bit of a support off of his nose there, but you can see he is the big bruiser of the bunch. I have a feeling he was kind of based on one of the Bundabura, the platypus barbarian guys. But he has definitely taken on a life of his own since then. Will he fit on a 30mm base? Just barely. I think a 40 would do him just fine, except his sandals don't want to really cooperate with him. Don't fall, my friend. There you go. All right, in addition to Zenkibo, we have, check this one out. And this is one of the things I love about the Cobramode models is they're all so unique. This is Sojobo. And he's kind of like this gaseous, ethereal, flying Tengu with the traditional fan, no less. But much more of like a spirit type thing. Put him there with his friends. Very delicate model to try to get off of the print plate, so be careful. In addition to them, we've got, what was this dude's name? Kotembo, who is the mask-making puppet master of the crew. So he's adorned in all sorts of masks, with what I'm assuming is the actual face sticking out right there. Now, I was tragically unable to save the nose that was on the masks on his shoulders. There was one right there and one right there. They had little noses sticking off, and bloop, they came off. I busted them. I feel bad. And then finally, we've got the leader of the crew. I believe it was the leader, Usagibo. You can see she's a young little girl with weird little bunny spirit things floating around her, because why not? I love it. I dig the uniqueness, and I don't think, I mean, everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, they're just animal people, or they're just, Japanese themed, yokai type stuff. But besides that point, I feel like Cobramode stuff is very unique, very distinct, and really, to me, that's what half the fun of this stuff is. And I want stuff that, it's going to be visually interesting to me. So I'm all for it. Grabbing a couple other of the Cobramode models that I just happen to have handy. One of the Hanzaki, their little salamander dudes. And they are little dudes, in case you're curious, with a Mantic Goblin and a GW Human here, to get a better idea of the size. And obviously, since these are 3D printed models, if you wanted to tweak them, well, that's your prerogative, and it is totally doable. Let's see, here's some other ones. I forget what these were called, the little duck warriors. But that's another little Cobramode figure. And another Hanzaki. This was a failed print, and we went ahead and gave him a peg leg. Because I'm not going to waste a print that's like 90% decent. And then we have some of the larger stuff, like the Hikiga. Might give what was his name back here? Forget. Zenkibo. Zenkibo will run for his money. One of these days I'm going to actually print some of the bases that Cobramode makes as well. They had some very nicely themed bases from this release and most of the releases. I gotta say, if you guys haven't seen their stuff, seriously, take a look. We'll have a link down below where you can check it out. Some of the other fun stuff like their Shui Ren, I believe they were called. Their three-eyed monkeys. Not monkeys, yetis. Of various sorts. My angry fist fighter one. Of course, he tends to hang out with my Oni. Which match quite nicely with the Daitengu guys here anyways. So, one of these days, I'm going to figure out some sort of skirmish, persistent, ongoing type campaign thing with all these models, or I'm just going to take the Sengoku Monster Hunter rules I've got from alternative armies and convert it from 15mm up to 32mm, because the models are just fantastic and I would love to find a more appropriate use for such whimsical, interesting, and unique releases, because absolutely with the Cobramode stuff, that is what we get. So if any of this looks like something you'd be interested in, like I said, we'll have that link down below, and by all means, please do take a look, because there is some fun stuff to be had there. And we've got some of the Toshineko Tengu to hang out with as well. And they scale pretty decently too, but I mean, they're much more traditional style. So, yeah. You want something different, want something interesting, want something unique, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the releases from Cobramode. So, yeah. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.